Hi students, in this presentation we're going to go over some valuable research that tools that you can use and keep in your pocket when you further explore occupations that you might be interested in their pathways. So that's also a big part of the process is after you do some self-exploration, some assessment, which is what you've done in the beginning of this class, now it's time to further explore and kind of narrow down your search and think about a few occupations that you want to further get information about. So here are some handy resources that you can utilize. And it's not all just information that you can research online. There's various ways to research occupations, and they take really active approaches. So we're going to talk about some of the most valuable resources in this quick presentation. The first website that you're going to become familiar with is called the Occupational Outlook Handbook. And you're going to become familiar with this when you do your research assignment for this class. The Occupational Outlook Handbook is managed and published by the Department of Labor and Bureau of Labor Statistics. So this is the home page. And what's nice about this is there's a lot of various things you can do. Here on the left-hand side are occupational groups. So if you're interested in a specific umbrella like community and social services or computer and information technology, you can click on that link and then it's going to show you the various occupations within that area. So that's a nice way to further explore, hey, I'm really interested in this broader category, but what are some of the occupations within that? So that's a really nice way to research specific areas. Now, if you're looking at a specific career title that you want to know more information about, then you're going to look here in the search handbook. And I had researched occupational therapist. So maybe you got that as feedback in terms of a career that might match your personality and interests. Maybe occupational therapist came up. So you could go ahead and put that in the search box and click go. And it's going to list out here the matches that come up for that. So if you're going to click on the first one here, occupational therapist. And if you look right here at the top, there's various tabs related to the information regarding occupational therapists. What do they do? Their work environment, how to become one, the pay, job outlook in the future, similar occupations. So again, as you further your research and you find that, hey, I'm not too really interested in what they do as an occupational therapist, but what are some possible related occupations that might be similar? And that's a really nice link to then further your research. So here you can go through the tabs and you can see, okay, well, what do they do? And it gives you some detailed information. It then goes on and you can click here to the work environment and get information related to the type of work environment that they might have and so forth under each tab. So the Occupational Outlook Handbook is really handy for further researching specific occupations. ONET is very similar in that it also provides specific information about specific careers. So if we go to the ONET website, and I should have pulled that up already, there we go. Again, this is what the site looks like. Again, there's certain things. Browse similar occupations, so you can click here and look at, okay, well, here's career clusters. I call them umbrellas, people call them groups. Here's clusters, same type of concept. Are you interested in something within this area? Information technology, marketing, government and public administration. And for a lot of individuals, you're not even sure what this involves. These are such broad categories, you're not sure what's even within that. So you go ahead and explore and start looking and what might be within those areas. So again, there's a lot of things you can do on ONET. You can also look at things and browse information by your abilities, your interests, skills, that lovely skill set that we talked about at the very beginning of class, your values, work context, work activities, and then it'll link you again to the specific careers that match your areas within that. So ONET is a wealth of information and another great tool that you can use from the comfort of your own home to start exploring careers. And again, we're going to be using those for our research assignment for this class. But I do want to talk about something else called an informational interview. So this takes a little bit more active approach on you, the researcher, when you're looking for information regarding careers. An informational interview is something that you set up with an individual who's doing work in the field that you're interested in. So your goal with an informational interview is just that, to gather information. It's not to seek out a job position. It's not to ask them for a job. It's to gather information. You're going to learn the ins and outs of the industry from someone who's actually doing the work versus reading information through a database or online. They can tell you about their pathway into a specific career field. So there's a lot of different opportunities to do informational interviews. The college campus is a great resource for that. Many of our faculty and staff have had various pathways in their careers. They just didn't start out as a teacher or a faculty member. Many of them worked in the field in various different ways. I can tell you in my department alone, we have individuals who were in the health field and were, like athletic instructors. We have individuals who were in radio and television. We have just a variety of backgrounds, even within my own department of counseling. And so we're a great wealth of information across the campus to talk to faculty members and to say, hey, can I get a little bit more information about your career pathway? What is it that you did? What are the ins and outs and things to be aware of? So again, keep in mind that the campus is a great resource to find individuals to do informational interviews. And I have a link in the module regarding more information on conducting an informational interview. Internships are another great way to learn about a career field. It really does give you hands-on experience to let you know, hey, is this something I want to pursue? Or no, this is not a good fit for me. In addition, it's also building to your resume. So internships right now in the career workforce is a great way to get your foot in the door, to gain experience, to build your resume, and to really decide, is this a field for me or not? I'll tell you that I graduated in 2008 with a high graduate degree. I had experience teaching. I had experience working with students, but I never had direct experience with community college students. Again, this was 2008, about 11 years ago. I'm dating myself a lot. And so I had to do an internship at the community college system to gain that very specific experience in working with community college students. So despite my degrees, despite my education, I still had to spend a year doing a non-paid internship. But I'll tell you that experience opened the door to part-time work, to more job interviews at the community college system, because I knew that's where I wanted to be, and really started my career within the community college setting by gaining that experience in an internship. So really, they are the way to go, and they're a great way to get experience, make connections. And again, if you decide at the end of the day, this is not my career interest area, at least you're still building on your resume. So you're still gaining skills, and you're still getting value from an internship, even if you decide that that's not the career field that you want to go into. And so here there's some websites located to various internship opportunities, but internships can sometimes be those hidden pathways that you might have to really contact an organization or an employer, go to our career center to find out, how can I get an internship into this field? They're not always so publicized out there, so you kind of have to do your research when you're looking for a specific internship. There's also some more career-related databases. I'm not going to go to every one of these. I provided some information below, but one that I really want to show you is another really fun, easy way to start doing some information gathering and research is this website called Jobs Made Real. And I kind of like to go to this website even just for fun. But Jobs Made Real is a really simple collection of videos of various different careers. And so at the top, they'll feature some really fun, careers that they have videos linked to. Things like, here we go, mechanical engineering techs, a security officer. And then if you scroll down, it has popular videos, a robotics technician, gaming managers. Let's click on this really quick. And it links you to a video. And most of these videos are pretty quick. They're 2 to 3 minutes, 4 minutes tops. Sorry about that pop-up. And they describe what that career is. And then below it gives you some really basic information. The type of personality you have to have, salary, the average salary. And again, take this with a grain of salt. The salary can sometimes depend on the area that you're in. The job outlook, the type of education that's typically needed for this career. So again, it's a really fun way to do a quick, brief research into certain careers. At least it gives you a video to kind of visually see what that could look like. And then again, if you see it and you're like, hey, that is kind of an interest area, don't get thrown off by pay at this moment. If it's something that catches your interest, then again, further research it. And then take it a step further, do an informational interview. As you keep going along that path, you'll find something that you say, okay, well, now I'm going to do an internship. So you keep taking that research further and further and further to make sure it's a good match for you. So hopefully this gave you some good research resources to use in the future. And if you have any more questions, any more assistance needed for your research, even after this class is over, our Career Center is always here to help you, and so am I as your instructor as well. Please reach out to me anytime.